What's up, MTV? Welcome to the crib. Come on in. So I'm here at Hercules 109 at UCF in Orlando, Florida. And as you enter the room, you come to this hallway here where we keep most of our trash and stuff. We have the door here. We have a sign. It's all our names. No girls allowed. It's especially a rule. When you come over here, we have our mirror, great for full body pics. And if you pan over here, we have the bathroom. I'll take you in here. So come on in. So we share this bathroom with 3 other people, me and 3 other people. And if you come over here, we can show you the shower. It's a simple shower. It has really hot water. It's really nice. Got all our toiletries. It's kind of a mess right now. We pan over here. We have a toilet, standard toilet. Not really much to write home about. And as we move out here, we'll take you into our room here. And as you walk in our room, we have the hallway and the mirror. Another mirror right in front of our sink, where we keep all our toiletries and dishes. Kind of messy. Again, a lot of things are messy here. And we can move in here, show our closets. My closet's right here. Gotta hang some clothes up. One of my clothes are in the dirty laundry. And we have Andrew's side over here. All of his clothes. Great storage, a lot of storage. And we'll move over here. Here we have all the kitchen kind of stuff. We have an air fryer, microwave, and a mini fridge. Ramen. Every college student needs some ramen. We have my setup. Kind of messy. 2 monitors, great for work. Over here on my wall, we got a little bit of decorations. Got a parking ticket. Parking in the wrong zone. Some jokes. Yeah, and over here we have Andrew's with his monitor. It's a pretty simple setup. The desks come with the room and they're pretty spacious. And then over here we have our dressers, so you can put clothes in here. I put a lot of food stuff in the top, so this is all my cooking stuff here. There is one kitchen here in the Hercules community, and yeah, I like to cook sometimes. Here we have Andrew's brews, coffee machine.
Drew's brews.
Yeah. Coffee machine with the fridge underneath, nice red fridge. Yeah, and I just have some supplements over here from the gym. Now we move back here. I have my bed over here on the right side. And the beds came this high. It's not the highest setting, but we chose not to raise them because me and Andrew are pretty tall. But if you're shorter, you might want to get it lower, but you just call it. And then we have the dresser or a little nightstand over here. I got my shoes and some other stuff in there. And yeah, this is Andrew's side over here.
Yeah.
Same thing. We got a piano over here. We got a lot of room under the beds. Yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of room. We can fit our computers comfortably. Here I got my guitar for musical time and the piano for musical time. And one thing I like to note, the light up here is very bright, very harsh sometimes. So it's nice to have a lamp. As you can see, I have a lamp here. Nice warm light for the nighttime when you're studying, reading, whatever. Over here we have Andrew's lamp, as always. Yeah, so now we're gonna sit down. Me and Andrew are gonna sit down and answer some questions. All right, so we're here. We're gonna answer some of the important questions that we had when we first moved in and we're picking our dorms and classes, and also things we wish we knew. So we're gonna have 3 sections. We have some stuff about courses and classes. We have stuff about the dorm, and we have stuff about like miscellaneous stuff. So first, we're gonna go over the dorm. One of the biggest questions we had when we first moved in was, what's the food situation like, cooking situation, meal plan situation, and is the meal plan worth it? So for cooking in the dorm, as you saw, we have our air fryer and a microwave, and those have been pretty adequate in cooking like small snacks and stuff like that.
You're not allowed air fryers, but
we'll touch on that later.
You can sneak them in.
Yeah, so we'll touch that later. And then it's always nice we have our fridges. I had a smaller fridge, but I decided I need to upgrade it because I cook a lot in the dorm. And yeah, and for cooking, we have a kitchen in our building. It's on the first floor, and you have to like book a time, but it's pretty simple. And I've yet to cook in there, but I'm pretty excited to look forward to it. Also, room checks, which is another big question that we had about moving in to Hercules is, RA was telling us that room checks, they notify you before they check your room. And they can't look in your stuff. So like the bins that you saw under my bed before, they can't look in those drawers. They can't look in all this stuff. They can't look in it's yours, like the fridge. They can't look in it. So do with that information what you will. If you want to hide anything, that's what you want to do. Okay. Another question is, should you go with a shared bedroom or a private bedroom? Now, in my experience, sharing with Andrew, it at the beginning, it was a little bit tough. You know, we're getting used to it, but now we're pretty used to it. The noise level sometimes can get a bit frustrating. But do you have anything to say about that?
Sharing. Well, we're pretty tall people, and I say we have enough like room for each of our. I brought a lot of stuff, and I still have a lot of room. Any stuff I can't leave open, I just put underneath my bed. There's a lot of room underneath your bed.
There's definitely a lot of room.
And yeah, room's not space isn't an issue.
Space is not an issue. I brought a lot of stuff with me here, and that's definitely not an issue. All right. Next question. We'll talk about stuff that's allowed and not allowed. So air fryers, like we said, you know, you're not really supposed to have those, but they notify you before they do room checks. So do with that what you will. Same with some other things, like your skateboards, any transportation method. You're alright, we'll go over all that stuff with you, but like I said, room checks, they notify you, and they're usually at the end of the semester, so you know when they're coming up, and you can put your stuff away, whatever it may be. Meal plan. So personally, I don't have the meal plan. I go, and if I want to eat dinner with Andrew and our other roommates, our two other roommates in the same layout of room, then I will just swipe my debit card. It's $10. And personally, I found so far that I spend less on food than I would have if I got the meal plan. But Andrew here has the meal plan, so I think he can touch more on that and give you some more information.
Yeah, I believe I have the option where I get unlimited swipes, and I also get 150 dining dollars, which you're allowed to use at different locations. Like there's a Chick-fil-A, and there's other like dining options besides the cafeterias on campus that you can use your dining dollars at. And yeah, if I would say get the larger meal plan if you eat 3 meals a day, because normally college students don't really eat 3 full meals a day. So yeah.
And that being said about the cafeterias, there's 2 on campus. The closest one to here is about a 5-minute walk. It's 63 South, and there's one on the other side of campus by the other dorms called Nitros. And so we eat at 63 South a lot. And there's a lot of like, you know, prejudgments about food here on college campuses, not just UCF, at all college campuses, but the food here is pretty good. You know, they have a wide selection of burgers and fries, and they have a different meal every day. They have sushi sometimes, so it's a lot of different stuff. And there's also a Chick-fil-A that's right down the road, like it's like a 2-minute walk. There's a Smoothie King at the gym that's right here, and there's Gringos Locos, Burger U. There's a lot of different food options here on campus. So food is never an issue, and it's pretty affordable if you want to eat out, but you just have to have it budgeted and planned. So when I first came here, I also had some questions about like class schedule, and I know Andrew did too, so we'll just touch on that. So morning courses. A lot of people have different opinions on morning courses. Personally, I hate them, and my earliest course in the morning is 10 a.m. Now, Andrew, what's your earliest course?
11:30 is my earliest course.
11:30.
You mind f***ing off?
Hey, do you mind answering the phone?
Dude, we're doing something. Sorry about that. Our roommate Nikki barged in. Anyways, we're all friends here at the dorm, so you know that's another big thing about the dorms is you should always make friends with your roommates because our other 2 roommates are random, so we don't know who they are, but we're good friends with them. All right, morning courses. Don't do them. I'm just gonna say that. Don't do morning courses. Professors. Now, a lot of people have questions about professors. If it's your first time in college, picking your professors is very important. I used Rate My Professor, and that gave me a good grip on how my professors would be and what they'd be like. And I've used that information, and it's pretty accurate so far. Opinions?
Yeah, I'm happy with my professors. I also use Rate My Professor. Yeah.
All right. Class size. So some of our general lectures are 300 people, 200 people. They're really big. So if you don't sit in the front row or you sit far back, then you might have a difficulty asking questions. A lot of professors might not even ask questions, allow people to ask questions, but just keep that in mind when you're picking classes. You can see the class size when you're registering for your classes. And you'll do that after your registration day, your orientation. So that all happens then.
Just talk about orientation.
Yeah, we will. Okay. And then online versus in-person classes. So I've taken online classes and in-person classes, and personally, I like in-person classes because I just learn better. I grasp the material more, but it's really personal preference for that. Some are Zoom and in-person, so they're both. Some aren't. They're all Zoom or all in-person. Please.
I agree. I learn better in person. I think in-person classes are better, and if you just keep on taking online classes while you're on campus, you're eventually just going to get lazy with the work and
Yeah. All right, and then UCF is actually a pretty big campus. For me to walk from where I am in my dorm right now to the other side, it's about 1.5 miles of walking, so it can get pretty big. But overall, you want to leave like 15 minutes before your class starts, or 20 minutes before your class starts, so you can have a buffer to get there, find where your class is, find a seat, everything like that. There's a lot of transportation options on campus. We have electric vehicles. He has a one wheel, I have a board. And there's also spin scooters that you can rent all around campus for like $2 per like 5 minutes. It's like $2. So those are always a good option. I've used those many times. We'll also talk about some miscellaneous stuff. So transportation outside of campus. Obviously, if you want to go grocery shopping or if you want to go anywhere outside of campus, we have a lot of different shuttles here, and they run all over. So there's a lot of different bus stops. It's all free for students. And working. So working on while you're studying can be a challenge. I work 2 days a week at a local grocery store, and that's enough for me. But I think I could work more. It just depends on your class load. I know Andrew doesn't work, but he has money saved up. So again, it's personal preference of working. It's all how you can fit in. So I'm actually a computer science major here. I'm a freshman, and Andrew is
I'm studying physics.
Physics. Yeah. He's a freshman as well. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go over orientation. So at orientation, what you do is they give you a bunch of different stuff about FAFSA, financial aid, all that. They tell you about financial aid, how to pay for your classes. It's a bunch of different information. It kind of gets boring, but it's good to know. And at orientation, what you do is you register for your classes. So if you're worried about registering, they have advisors that walk you through it. They show you can write down any of the previous college classes, AP classes, all that stuff. You write down and then they help you. So don't worry about that. And then picking your dorm comes in like May, June, before the semester starts. So that's stuff you don't have to worry about. Was there anything else you could think of?
I would recommend getting like a earlier dorm, like selecting your dorm as soon as possible, opting in for that process, because we were planning on like rooming with like where were we? It was like Lake Clear or Neptune.
Neptune.
They have their each own individual rooms, but there was no options of those left. And when we got to pick our dorms, it was like our dorm style, where we each share one room, and unfortunately we had no other.
So if you really want a good choice of rooms, you want to fill out your housing form as soon as it becomes available, within a couple of days as soon as it becomes available. And the exact dates, I'm not sure. I can put those on the screen somewhere. So. And
also with orientation, I would recommend getting an early orientation appointment, because the classes fill up really quickly, and the sooner you opt into those classes, the better.
So like seniors and juniors and stuff, they get to pick their classes first, so they have first pick. But we did the first orientation dates, and we got all the classes that we wanted pretty much. So that's a big thing. Schedule orientation early. Make sure you have all the stuff done. Get your checklist on, everything like that. So those are pretty much all the questions I can think of that we wanted to know before we moved in, before we started here at UCF. And if you guys have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments. We can answer those in a later date. So thank you guys for watching the video, and have a good day.